And we are back. Welcome to episode number 61. So, as you can tell, we're actually back here in the spaceport. And the reason for that is that I tried to come up here between episodes and a cutscene triggered when I went back to the Tempest, so I figured you guys would want to be here for that cutscene. But then we will gather our research data and head right back onto the planet. Let's just skip through this animation here. Or maybe I can't skip through it. Alright, guess we're gonna watch it then. Nice sunset. It should be the end of the game right here, flying off into the sunset.
What's up, Ryder? Why an emergency meeting?
I didn't call it.
I did. Got some disturbing news while we were on Kadara. There's some tension at the Krogan colony on Eladin. It's bad.
Tension among Krogan? You don't say.
I wouldn't waste your time with this if it wasn't important. We need to go.
I agree. Nakmor Morta made herself overlord of the colony. It's weird.
No. Our priority is the Archon. We have to remain focused on his next move.
Jall's right.
Yeah, I tend to agree with Joel. There are a lot of problems in the Helios cluster right now, and while I'd certainly like to solve all of them, we do have to keep our priorities straight. On the other hand, there's no harm in hearing Drac out.
I know dealing with so many unknowns is frustrating, but we need to hear each other out.
Well, as long as we're pitching stuff, I overheard outlaws on Kadara talking about activity in the Ramov system.
No, that's the system where the Turian Golden World was supposed to be.
Remov? There aren't any viable planets there. Only an asteroid field with mining ventures run by criminals.
I hear Eladin's pretty rough too. Roving scavengers with nothing to lose.
Crap. No one fights harder than people with nothing to lose.
We still have to find the Ket transponder that'll lead us to the Archon's ship.
Yep, I agree. So do we have 3 leads here? I mean, I know there are only, at least I thought there were only 5 major planets in the game. And we've been to 3. One is presumably the one we just got to, Kadara, I guess. And that only leaves, I believe, one more. It's good to stay open-minded, but not so open-minded your brain falls out. So let's stick to our objective, at least for now.
I'm with you. I can't wait to find the Archon's ship, and then, hopefully, Meridian. Anyway, get Callow the nav points for both Eladin and that potential Turian Golden World. We want all our options ready to go. Hey, I didn't say dismissed or meeting adjourned or anything. Meeting adjourned. As you were.
The chair will now entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting. Alright, so we have a lot of, I guess Aladdin might be our new planet? Not sure. So, part of me does want to go to the less interesting things first, save the best for last, and go to the, back to the main quest afterwards.
Can I see you in the medbay?
Alright, suddenly everybody wants to talk to me now that we've been to Kadara. I guess I should have done this before making my rounds. Okay, let's grab my rewards. Yay, data and stuff. Did we get any copper? Is that it? Maybe that's it. Alright, well, we'll come back here at the end of the episode then. Or I'll come back after the episode.
Pathfinder, you have new email.
See, now everything. So it said complete, but it says still on hold. Read Vetra's message. Jeez, all kinds of stuff. I just came back to the ship to get the research data. Alright, so one thing at a time here. Let's head over this way. Where's Medbay?
Hey, Jal? Didn't mean to scare you.
What? I'm not scared. 1 second.
What's going on in here? You look busy.
If I'm busy, my mind is occupied with whatever I'm working on, rather than worrying.
Not a bad strategy.
Whatever gets you through.
I'd like your advice on something. I'm making gifts for everyone. I have a list.
Gifts?
Do Turians like poetry? For Vetra, I'm writing a poem and engraving it on... I'm not sure yet.
I don't know. I don't know Vetra that well, but yeah, I don't think most Turians like poetry. Interesting choice. I don't want to deter him from something he's obviously put some time in already, but, well, I don't know. I'm not sure anybody on the ship would like poetry. If somebody did, it would probably be Vetra. I want to say probably not.
She's a Turian. She might like something a little more
Useful.
hands-on.
Good to know. I'll think about that. Liam seems to like my Rofgin. I might sew him one.
He does.
Do Krogan like knives?
Yes.
I could craft a ceremonial Angaran dagger for Drac.
I think that's actually a good idea. Krogans tend to like weapons of all types.
Who wouldn't want that?
It's mainly decorative. Would you like one?
Jarl, this is a lot of work. What's really going on?
I'm sure that I seem confident and skilled to you, but I'm not. Or I don't feel like I am.
I don't know about comp. Oh, so now you have a romance option. So maybe you can romance Jal after all. But he's definitely skilled.
I think most people feel like that.
I want to fit in. I
Aw.
want to make a difference.
And most
Already
people
are.
probably think the same thing.
My family is well known. Our lineage is respected, and many of my kin have achieved great things. I've never been one of them. So many older siblings and cousins who succeeded at everything. I stopped trying to keep up.
Right.
Thanks for listening.
Interesting conversation, but it actually doesn't really fit Jal, at least what we know of him so far. I mean, he's like the number 2 in the whole Angaran resistance. Everyone we've met seems to look up to and respect him. I mean, everybody has their doubts. That's a very good point. But like, I don't understand how he really sees himself, or how other people seem to see him as inferior to his siblings. I think if anything, his siblings would be the ones who feel inferior.
You're not in anyone's shadow here. I believe in you.
Okay, but like Ryder said, doubts get to the best of us. I wonder if we have to talk to everybody now. Like, I don't really want to spend this whole episode running around the ship talking to people. We kind of just did that, and like I said before, I'm itching to get into some combat. But now that I know there's actually stuff going on, I kind of at least want to see what's up. Let's check our email and visit. I think it was the doctor who wanted to see me. Something to scan? Interesting. Don't see anything. Alright, well there's the email terminal. Oh, a breakthrough on the Asari Ark. So that was the update we saw. An encrypted message from Sid. She wants to talk to us. I wonder if these are like their loyalty missions. Okay. Error. Oh, this is from Knight. Knight wants to talk in person. Now we have all kinds of updates. And Captain Dunn wants to talk about a sensitive matter on the deck. From Sid. I know Vetra will tell me I'm overreacting. There's stuff going on here that doesn't add up. It's hard to explain when we talk in person. So Sid also wants to talk to me. And Director Tan. Oh, she's been reviewing my messages, the ones I was just doing during that task. To first contact. I don't think this is really well, it has a quest marker next to it. I don't know. Somebody blames me. Bailey, you're an N2 on the Nexus. Oh, is this the guy? Okay, so I think this guy was trying to get a date with Gil. Hopefully that works out for them. About Kadara from Vetra. List of tips. Don't ask who Charlatan is. Be careful with Sloane. Politics are dangerous. Do not mix Quicksilver with other stimulants no matter what anyone says. Humans only. And don't ask Umi the bartender to surprise you. Good advice. This is from Vetra. Saying thank you for the conversation earlier. An invitation to a diplomatic meeting from... they're hosting an Angaran ambassador. And they want us to be there, okay? Matriarch credits. There's a matriarch who died in stasis, and somebody has owned credits. Might be a scam. Okay, a couple more to go. The Moshai is news from Aya. Officials are studying the vault. And this is something about she wants to be ready to assist you once Meridian is found, okay? Non-work related email from Jal. I told him a children's story, and the crew wanted to write it down. Okay, I'll read this story. Bioware is good at short stories. The Wayward Child. Long ago there was a child who was very stubborn and wouldn't listen to any wisdom, not from her father nor her many mothers. One day, seeking adventure, she snuck aboard a spaceship with an unknown destination. The child was brave to seek adventure, however she ended up getting spaced with a load of garbage. Deservedly, she froze in the cold vacuum of space and died. The end. I don't know why the crew enjoyed it. It's a terrible story meant to scare youngsters into obedience. Is this a novelty of your people? If so, how do you humans keep children from hurting themselves? Jal. Alright, so I take back what I said about Bioware's knack for writing short stories. I think the story here is more the meta-story regarding the crew. I think they're trying to pull a fast one on Jal. Suvi would love to help out with movie night and wants to talk about it, okay. And Drac has a transcript about something. I think from, it's probably for, is Strux? Who's Strux? Is that his granddaughter? I didn't think her name was Strux, but there's too many people in this game. I'm having trouble keeping up with them. There's some of my model ships. Model mech of some sort. Hey Sam, how are you?
Pathfinder, I've retrieved actionable intel from the security vid of Spender.
What did you find?
Updating your system with the nav point.
I feel like that's an old thing.
Hello, Ryder. Kadara Port has raised questions for the future.
What questions?
If we succeed in Andromeda, more AI will be created. We are all individuals. Some may commit illegal acts. But if AI are also citizens, there must be laws and penalties for us too. I wonder what form they will take.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
Why don't Thresher Moors eat comedians? Because they taste funny.
Made me smile. One more.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
My algorithms are formulating a new one, calculating the trajectory of the punchline. That was not a joke.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I didn't find that one as funny.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
Alright, that's enough emails for now. The thing with AI is they're not just people. Like, that's a bad assumption to say that AI are just, because they're not as smart as people. They're significantly smarter. They could be 1,000, 1,000,000 times smarter, and how do you deal with an entity that's 1,000,000 times smarter than you are? Like, we can't even fathom what that is. Analysis, the current contents of this pantry. Have I just never been in this area before?
Crumbs on the deck.
You found them too? I think something's eating our stores.
Oh, follow the crumb trail. I guess I've never been in here before. The galley. Follow the crumb trail. I don't see any more crumbs. Am I supposed to be like scanning for them?
Just off to the cargo bay if you need me.
Lost and found. Hot patch gun. Losses from my workbench. Hoping it didn't fall to the deck plating. I borrowed it to fix a loose sole in my boot. Almost done. From Liam. Liam, can I grab that quickly? Need to patch a strap. Oh, the pilot seat cushion just needs a quick fix too. That would really help a rickety shelf I've got down here. I built another hot patch gun. You guys can fight over that one, Gil. Probably smart. Angaran word of the day, gosan. To cling to or to grasp, say gosan. See also gosan yavdar, an adjective being stubborn, literally cling to a rock. See also gosabnar, noun the resistance. Comments. So the resistance means stubborn, pig-headed people. That would be gosavara, and yes. Very interesting. How come this is the first day I've seen a word of the day? I used to get a word of the day email back when I was in college. I thought it would be educational, but then after a couple years of reading every one, I eventually got annoyed and stopped reading them.
Devil's advocate, okay?
Go for it.
With the Ket entrenched here and things as they are, maybe we should focus our efforts on leaving this cluster.
You mean quit? Run away?
Well, we came to find a new home, not a new enemy, right?
We knew this was a possible scenario, and we took the jump anyway.
What she said.
See, Cora speaks loud and clear. I lost my train of thought, though. Alright, well...
Hey, Ryder. Got an encrypted message from Sid. She has news and wanted to talk to us both. Connecting the call now.
Finally, I've been waiting for hours.
So you want to tell us what this is all about?
I was listening to outpost updates and caught a message about settlers going missing.
What do you mean they're missing?
They didn't leave voluntarily. No work assignments, no mining expeditions, kidnapped. I dug around, and I think I know where they've been taken. A cave on a moon in the Ramov system. Originally an Angaran mine, I think, but they abandoned it.
I don't believe the planet you're talking about is a moon.
Whatever.
What did I tell you about getting involved?
I couldn't just do nothing.
How do we know your intel's even reliable?
It's reliable.
I don't know much about Sid, but she seems honest at least.
I trust your sister, and there's no sense in wasting time.
See? That's a Pathfinder.
Sid, just give us everything you have on this.
Already done. Could I come along? I want to help.
You know the answer to that.
Right, of course. Stay away from bad people, guns, bombs, Krogan beer.
You did good. I just want you to be safe, okay?
Yeah.
Always the kid sister. Alright, well, we'll have to do that one too. And anybody over here? Is this Liam's? Yeah.
Liam? You're working pretty hard.
All the time. Started young. Smart little kid. Got angry a lot. Side effect of giving a shit.
Liam, what's going on?
We found that facility on Vold. Kicked them in the teeth. Great. But the Ket still what people are. Everyone should have a stake in that. So I reached out, trying to get resources moving in a real way, bridge that gap like I did with Jar. I can't get permission coming or going. The Nexus, Aya, everyone is all can't take risks with outsiders. I didn't come here so everyone could be goddamn outsiders.
I didn't understand part of what he was saying there, but okay, he can't make diplomatic contact with other groups. Is that what he's getting at?
You're taking on a lot, making all of Helios your problem.
It is our problem. We're not going back. We have to make it work. I wanted this. Everything new. But eventually, it has to be normal. I need something familiar. Can I show you something? Did you bring anything from the Milky Way?
Before we go on, I was thinking that, I mean, yes, diplomacy is important, but right now we have a war on, and honestly, fighting a common enemy is one of the fastest things for building friendships. So I think like us and the Angara have been getting along quite well, and I mean, who else are we going to make friends with the Ket? Like we haven't, as I've said repeatedly, we haven't really met that many species here, really just two, and one of them has been trying to kill us at every turn. So I think right now our priority should be defeating the Ket and helping the Angara, which go hand in hand. And so far, at least, our relationships with the Angara seem to be going pretty well, all things considered. I don't know what I brought, but I'm sure I brought something, besides my sister, of course.
One or two things, but the weight limits were real strict.
I know. That's why I made arrangements. It's a proper petrol burner. 20th century. British. From when that mattered. My whole family worked on it together, weekends. Like those are a thing in space. Know what we did? Friends in Hustle set us up good. They borrowed us to transport right before I went into cryo. And me and my father and mother loaded our car into it and pointed it at Andromeda.
Does that work? Like, that doesn't... You'd think you'd have to have a very special type of spaceship to make the intergalactic journey. Otherwise, why would people have not done it before now or be doing it all the time? I feel like they're kind of cutting corners here. Lore-wise, in order to make this little side plot work. Also, what does he mean weekends aren't a thing in space? Weekends aren't a thing on Earth either. It's not based on the sun or anything. It's just at some point people decided. Well, it's, I guess, roughly based on the moon. Months are based on the length of the moon's rotation, I guess. And then there's roughly 4 weeks per lunar cycle, which became weeks. But the whole 2 weekends, 5 weekday thing was kind of just arbitrary. Anyway, probably putting way too much thought into that.
I doubt a transport would have a post-light drive. It won't be here for... what?
2.3 million years at standard light speed. The important thing is, it's coming. And always will be. I don't know what that means.
Okay. So he just sent it here at standard light speed. I guess we went many times light speed to get here, obviously. So it won't be here for a long time. And when it does get here, space is so big it'll probably pass through with nobody noticing. But in that sense, it's kind of a lot like the Voyager spacecrafts that we sent in the 70s. And they have messages on them so that if aliens discover them, it points them to Earth, which may or may not be a good thing. But fortunately, I doubt aliens will find them for a very long time, if ever. And if they do, it'll probably be because they've contacted us and we've told them to look for them, because otherwise, I think the chances of finding any object of that size in the vastness of space are infinitesimally small.
It means your family, the Angara, this team? We're all lucky you care so much.
I'll probably screw it up, Pathfinder.
Join the club. The screw-up started 600 years ago.
Truth. This will be home. It has to be. I won't let being outsiders stop that.
We're getting there. Alright, guess everybody needs a pep talk now and then. Alright, let's go see Lexi, and then, what am I... Oh, is it more breadcrumbs? Yes, there are.
Something's nesting here. Something that likes cereal. I wonder, we've probably got materials to build a humane trap and catch it.
So I guess I should go to the research station. I'm wondering if it might be worthwhile just to spend another 10 minutes here until my research goes and just make this another Tempest episode. Not a big fan of these, honestly. I mean, I like the characters and everything, but again, I really want to just get back out there and do some fighting and advance some plot lines.
Ah, Sloane. She hasn't changed a bit since the mutiny. Just finally showing her colors instead of pretending to be civilized and shit.
Was she like that when she ran Nexus Security?
Yep, just real good at hiding the Varen inside, if you know what I mean. She'll keep her word, big on honor, that one. Just never show any weakness and you'll be fine.
Well, those are both things that are good to know.
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a pyjak scratch its butt?
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Fire and explosives are good against anything with heavy armor. Or anything, really. Generally, no one likes being set on fire.
Generally.
Generally? There's a story behind this.
Ha, there sure is.
You mentioned that people generally don't like being set on fire?
I was hoping you'd ask. So, about 400 years ago, give or take a decade, me and my outfit were pinned down during a skirmish with another merc group. Saw it pull off my usual stunt, charge ahead and breach their barricade. Pop my flamethrower and get ready to let go. Only to see them all screaming and running away. Turns out, I'd crashed through a shipment of Turian brandy on my way in. Never even noticed I was on fire. But they sure did. Never seen a pack of mercs panic that badly before.
That must have been quite a sight. Giant flaming Krogan coming at you. Also, when he said 400 years, I assume he means 1,000 years. Not including the 600 we were in stasis.
Now that we've been digging, it's clear you were right about Spender.
Guy like that'll do anything to get ahead. Just wonder how far he went.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
I wonder if Kadash is the planet from that recording. That might have been what Sam was talking about on the console, actually. I didn't remember who Spender was at the time, but now I do. That's Director Tan's assistant. Alright, so yeah, let's go ahead and make this another ship episode then. And that way we'll have everything done and ready to go for next episode. That'll have to be another day though, since I should probably have gotten to bed about half an hour ago now. Where am I going? That's my room through there, right? Or this is, no, this is the area we were just at? Yeah. But I need to find the med lab, which is through one of these doors, downstairs. I think maybe it's downstairs and then through one of the doors. It's basically like 8 rooms in the main core of the ship. I can never remember which one is which. It's hard to stay oriented here in space. Okay, we've been through there. That's where the emails and all are. This is the galley. We need to go to the other end then. We've been here. Actually, medbay is upstairs, isn't it? Nope, here it is.
Ryder. Sorry for the mess.
Who's your friend?
An exalted Ket. I called Jarl to show him. Oh, there he is. Jarl, look at this. There's nothing Angara inside.
The physical can be deceiving.
I've run hundreds of tests. Only traces of the Angara genome remain.
It's a lot of
The
tests.
exalted are Ket.
There must be a way to fix them.
I mean, I want to give him hope, but I don't want to give him false hope.
We need to be prepared that there might not be.
Jarl, remember what we talked about?
That we should examine the problem objectively? Excuse me.
Grief is never easy. But Jarl needs to accept that exaltation is permanent.
I want to play devil's advocate here and see what she says.
We've barely scratched the surface of what Cat are capable of.
The exalted are new beings. It's more than a transformation, it's a birth. There's no going back. Jarl is part of this crew. His welfare is my responsibility.
And you're taking good care of him. Just remember why you came here too. There is a new alien species on your table.
My hands actually shook when I made the first incision. See this bone-like armor? It feels as strong as a Krogan's frontal plate.
I'll take your word for it.
I should probably clean this up before it starts to smell.
Sounds like a good idea. I guess that was what she wanted to show me then. A data pad from Harry, the old doctor who's now back on the Ark Hyperion. Don't want to respec. Alright, so who have we not talked to yet then? Cora wants to talk to us more about the Asari Ark, and I know she is in one of those little rooms that, actually PB we haven't talked to either, is off the cockpit, I'm pretty sure. This is the loadout station. Over here.
Oh, come on, think. Think! I need something.
Who are you talking to?
Ryder, shit. You shouldn't sneak up on someone like that. I'm just talking to myself. Don't tell me you never do that.
You seem stressed.
No kidding. I'm not built for this kind of homesteading. Don't like people knowing where I am, where my stuff is. Ugh!
I think she's getting a little, what's it called? A little bit of cabin fever.
What's your usual solution?
Usually, I cut bait. Scram, strike out on my own. When I felt like this back home, I'd look for a zero-G chamber, or at least an isolation tank. Someplace to just drift away. I could really use that now.
If I may, gravity can be overridden in the escape pod. You can create a zero-G chamber.
Of course! Sam, you're a genius. It's easy. It'll make a huge difference, Ryder. You'll see. You know, there's room for two.
Is this a romance thing? Because it doesn't seem like it. Because I still haven't made my choice between who I'm going to romance, but I am leaning more towards... Honestly, I think I'm leaning more towards Vectra, just because I think of the three, one, her personality gets along better with Ryder, and she seems like the most interesting of the three characters. Plus, I don't want to... If I go for Core again, that's romancing both human female characters in both series. Whereas PB, I don't know, I'm just not particularly a fan of her. Maybe Ryder would be more, but I don't know. Plus, I feel like the idea of a human Turian relationship would be something interesting. Kind of reminds me of the Tally romance in the first series, which I also kind of wish I had done. So there were a lot of interesting choices, but only did one playthrough.
That's all I need to hear.
And this should do it. Close your eyes. Relax.
Try not to bump into anything.
Let yourself go. Ah, this hits the spot. Ryder,
Yeah?
there's something else that would relax me.
What's that?
That's the spirit. Wanna fool around? Doesn't matter if you have something else going on. I can be utterly discreet. Just fun. Two people blowing off steam. No strings attached. Only if there's no strings.
Well, at least she's direct. Although actually, from what I've read, people have theorized that it would be quite difficult in space with zero gravity. Don't know if it's ever happened yet. There was a husband and wife couple who I think was on the same space shuttle crew, but no reports of anything happening. So I think Ryder would want strings, but not necessarily with PB. So I like that you have like all these different choices though. You could either try to pursue an actual relationship, just say okay to some fun, or say no thanks. I'm trying to know what my character would do here. Yeah, I think he's probably still a little torn too, but probably not feeling like PB would be the best fit. So let's go with no thanks.
I don't think so, PB.
That's fine. Say no more.
I hope this is enough.
Hey, don't you know what say no more means? Really, I mean it. No explanation necessary. Just thank you for this.
Well, that was easy. Alright, but I suppose at some point in this game we'll have to actually make a decision. And this door just closed in my face. Alright. So we do have one more person to talk to. Speaking of Cora, the question is, where is she? That was Jaw, right? Yeah, that's Jaw. I know sometimes Cora wanders, but I thought she had her own space somewhere on the ship. No, we've been here. That was PB's room, right? We were just in there. Yes. Oh, we can speak to Pock, I guess his name is? Maybe speak to is the wrong phrase. Oh, on the bright side, I think it has now been half an hour. So let's grab some more research data. Acquire consumables. What about Science Pod? Oh. Huh, I could have sworn it had been half an hour. Okay. Maybe it pauses it at certain cutscenes or something? Anyway. We'll come back in a couple minutes. Or I'll come back after the episode ends. I got an idea. Actually, oh, that's right. I forgot this is a thing. Drac is back there. I haven't talked to Gil. Wonder if I should. PB, Kalos, Suvi. Let's go downstairs then and see if Cora's down there. Find out what this lead is on the Asari Ark. It would be really nice to find an Ark at some point because there's, what, 3 left out there? And like I said, the game is marching on. There's Cora. Okay. Oh, that's right. I remember because she was talking to Drac earlier. I must be getting tired. And it is after 2 o'clock, so it's not too surprising. There she is.
We got it, Ryder.
You patched up the Asari flight recorder?
Some old access codes, a little data recovery from Sam. We have the Asari Ark's last heading. Nav points are set. We can head there whenever you're ready.
Remember the survey ship? This might not be pretty. Are you...
Handling tough stuff is my job. We need the Asari and Sarissa more than ever. I trust you to find them before the Ket do.
Well, that should be an interesting side quest at least. So, search the Valet system for Ark Lucinia. Well, we'll definitely do that. Maybe not next episode, but probably in one of the upcoming episodes. Alright, well, sorry this was another episode where we didn't really do anything planet side, but there better be a bunch of action in the future, and I have a feeling there will be. I think we'll probably head back down to the surface for now and put off some of these side quests for later, since I have just spent a bunch of time running around doing loose end type quests. But yeah, I've had a good night playing, always do. Hopefully you guys have had a good night watching. As usual, I probably won't have any more time to make episodes during the week, but I will see you all next weekend or whenever I upload the next video. Thanks for watching.